Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for sharing your energy with me today. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Jane. I'm a psychic and energy intuitive. And on this channel, it is for healing. This channel is to help us bring assistance with our insight, guidance, education, truth. And it is also to bring activations for our soul's blueprint. These cards here are going to help guide us on what we need at this time. Now, I did get a pre-download, so I'm going to go into that in a moment. So all of our sessions here are timeless, so whenever you find this, it's the right time for you to hear it. Don't try to force anything or try to make anything fit. And with that, let the magic begin. So when I actually had written all this information down on the July 22nd, and now here we are on August 21st while I'm doing this reading. So, and that just goes to show you how time does not matter, because there is no, in the spiritual realm, time is not really a thing. So, they were giving me all these feelings of feeling drained. And they kept saying, like, keep trusting your intuition. You're completely protected. Trust the divine plan. They were bringing up like small steps, because they were saying that, like, you are being guided to just trust in your own strength, pursue your dreams. You have integrity, you have focus, you have ambition. And that's all you need to succeed. They were saying how you could feel like you're not getting anywhere. You don't feel like you're moving forward. You just don't feel like life is actually like working out for you for some reason, but small, deliberate steps that you are taking is nurturing yourself, even though you don't feel that way. It is. And I think it's because, you're going through all these feelings of being drained all the time. So I think that, with that nurturing to yourself, even if it's like small things, it is helping you to have an emotional balance. And I'm going to get into that emotional balance in a little bit, but you could also be doing some shadow work, because there's a lot of people doing shadow work because the energies are so high, and because the earth is expanding as well. So it's bringing up a lot of those old emotions, old traumas that have to be worked through. And I think that's why you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere, because you're constantly dealing with these old trauma based ideas and feelings. So what they're saying is that the reason why that's happening, though, and why they're having you do all this reflecting on that, it's to face that shadow work. It's to challenge that ego. It's to help remove the limitations and seeing problems from a broader view. They also brought up about how, like, to have the broader view. They're really encouraging that, because it's also a part of the purification that is taking place. And the purification depends on how deep your trauma is, like your age, because the older you are, the more trauma you have. You know what I mean? Like, this will help bring like a more stable, like, going through all this reflecting, like they keep saying, it's going to bring more stable life of nurturing and comfortable, like, home living kind of thing. Now, they also brought up the numbers 345 and then 543. So at first I was like, oh, 345, is that because, we're moving forward? And then, like, the 543, it's like that's where you're kind of looking and reflecting in the past. But 543 is also about spiritual health and your soul's purpose. Now, 345 is also about trusting your intuition and protection. So it's not just about moving forward and then the 543, but looking back. So it is actually about your spiritual health and your soul's purpose. Now, they had me bring out a deck here called the Palladium Wisdom, and that's what these three cards here are. Now, when I was out on my walk this morning, on my way back, I was getting visions of orbs. And when I get visions of orbs, that tells me that there's like a highly spiritual message that is coming through. So, and also the color yellow, my entire walk, that's all I kept seeing was yellow, 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 which, of course has to do with your solar chakra. Now, with that, it was making me think that, like, there, because of the reflecting, like, your solar chakra has all to do with your sense of being. Like, it has to do with your like your inner strength. It has to do with how you feel about yourself. It has to do with your confidence and your willpower. It also, the color yellow in your solar chakra has a lot to do with, like, that fire energy that you have within, like that passion. It brings out, um now, of course, like, if you're not working on, you know what I mean? Like, I think something has to happen with your solar chakra. I think because, like, all of our work is happening there right now, and it's not just you, it's everyone. I mean, me too. Like, it's for all of us. So some of us, again, that have not done a lot of healing, this could be like a really tough time that you're going through right now. So when I brought out the Palladian deck, I shuffled it and I just set it here. I went for my walk, and when I come back, I tried to move it, and this card came out, and like, I couldn't pick up the whole deck at once. So this card fell out, and then when I tried to pick up the rest of it, this card fell out, and then I'm like, oh my goodness. So then I tried to grab the rest of the deck, and then this card fell out. So I'm assuming that Spirit wants to keep these cards out here. So we have Healing Fearlessly, number 6. You could be seeing a lot of 6s too. I mean, numbers are a big thing. That numbers are a lot to do with your angels trying to communicate with you. So be fearless, because fear is the most disempowering emotion on the planet and the basis for all dis-ease. Okay. So, and then we have purpose. So I think you're probably, that's where the 543 comes in, because they were talking about, like, your spiritual health and your soul's purpose. So work with all your experiences with acceptance, gratitude, trust, and love. And that is something that they brought out with all those numbers. You know what I mean? The 345, because that's about the trust and your protection and your intuition. And okay, so that's number 2. Okay. And then this one's number 1. So we have purpose, light, and love. Your sole purpose in life is to be light and to be love. So if you can just continually think of yourself in that way, that is your soul's purpose. And then once you get yourself into that light and love and that way of thinking, everything else starts to fall into place. You'll find, like, more of your purpose and all that. Okay, Spirit, so where do you want to be in here? These ones. Okay. Oh my goodness, mirror, just like they were saying here on the bottom. Know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. And that's that reflecting, going back into all those emotions, right? Vulnerability, and be vulnerable with yourself. Like, it's okay to look at these things and be angry. You don't have to be, when you're dealing with, okay, so when you're dealing with old emotions, like, because, you're supposed to be spiritual, you're supposed to be in love and feel love, no, sometimes you're dealing with things that are so painful from the past. You have the right to get PO'd about it. You know what I mean? You don't always have to be, trying to be happy when, it's the whole point is to bring yourself back to a natural emotional balance. You know what I mean? Like, you can have those hard emotions. You can get angry. I mean, you're human. You're meant to. You know what I mean? You're here. You're meant to be here to experience the feelings. Okay. So vulnerability, open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. So yeah, and be kind to yourself. I mean, beating yourself up is not going to help anything here. Oh, what's going on here with these cards? I just find, like, random things stuck to my cards. It's weird. Okay, so let's move on here and see what they want. Oh, not this one. Look at that. Vulnerability. No joke, Spirit. It's on the bottom. Soul cage. rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. Oh my goodness, because once you start releasing all of those emotions, you're going to be so free. You're going to be okay. So I think what they're saying here also that because they did bring up a card prior to this, and they said that what did that say again? It said that some were trapped. They're saying some of you are trapped. So we have number 39 and number 24. And 24 can also be a 6. So you have a 6 here, and then you have a 6 here. Okay. Okay. So, all right. All right. Okay. Okay. So, so they're saying here like this. So this number 39 can also be a 12. And then you have like a 2 and a 1 here, which could be a 21. So they're saying like there's something about this mirroring that they're talking about. And of course, like when I had this card, it started off with the mirroring on the bottom, right? You know what? Like it's split here on sacrifice. I think that you feel like you've sacrificed a lot in your life. So sacrifice, there are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. Yeah, spirit. Okay. All right. All right. So I think this is like, I think you're seeing this reflection going on here. Song of the siren, the call, summoning, voice to acknowledge. Okay, so that's what they want you to acknowledge. They want you to acknowledge some of these little sisterhood on the bottom. Friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. So yeah, they want you to accept whatever is happening. Okay. All right, Spirit. What else do you want here? Okay. They're asking me to bring out one of these cards here. Crown chakra, the unlimited self. Yeah. Okay. This is a newish deck too. I don't use these cards a whole lot. So look, reclaim your energy on the bottom here, number 42, which is again, I reflected like this is 24, now this is 42. Again, that's that mirroring. That's you looking back, reflecting into the past all the time here. Again, I know you could be going through some hard things because you're saying like they're saying how like feelings are being drained. So it does take its toll. So just remembering that your solar chakra. See, when you clear and balance your solar chakra and you deal with a lot of these old emotions and being vulnerable with yourself and freeing yourself from that, it also helps you have better decision making. Look, and healing's on the bottom, number 30. This card, Spirit. Oh my goodness. And then underneath is alignment number 18. So, and then I noticed how the solar one really stuck out. And then, we have the dolphins here. Okay. So you could be, I'm not taking that card. So you could be listening or needing to listen to some high vibrational music with frequency in it. That works really well if you soak in a tub or in the shower and you listen to that. It really does help with clearing some of those old emotions. Okay, Spirit, what is going on here? Okay, I want this card here. $31, home. Okay. I see all these eyes, and oh my gosh, I just realized like the orbs. Look, and healing's back on the bottom. Okay. All right, and I split it on crown chakra again too. Okay, I'm gonna do another mix here. Third eye chakra. Okay, and this is about perspective to perception. Yeah, perspective. the pineal perspective, number 8. Okay. Let's see here. One more. Okay. Let's see what you want here, Spirit. Look, and I was just talking about the water. Using the water for healing, Spirit. Okay. All right. So they're really, like letting that water like flow through you, around you, over you. You know, um, it's also about, the water is also about, like, when you're crying and all that, like releasing that is still a part of the water, the flow, the overflowing of tears, I heard. Yeah. Home is where your heart is. hmm And like I don't know if you can see that. Let me put this closer to the camera here. But you see in all these little orbs, you see all those little eyes. And I was telling you how, like, on the vision on my walk on my way back, I was seeing those orbs, and it's a spiritual message. Like, that's a really highly spiritual. When I see orbs, that tells me. So you have a lot of people that have their eyes on you. You have a lot of people that are protecting you and looking out for you while you're going through these. Even though these removing these limitations here, the soul cage, removing these limitations are not always easy. All right, so what is it that you want to ask me to bring out a deck that I don't have out? What deck is it? Okay. Sorry, I have to pull it down off the shelf here. They're asking me to bring out the healing waters. It's funny because they brought out the water here too. All right, let's see here. Oh, oops. This is a new deck. I don't even know if I've even used this before. Maybe once. I'm not sure. Oh, I should look on the bottom. Usually there's a lot of messages on the bottom. The wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care. Take a breath. Yeah, no joke. The ripple effect. Part of something bigger. Details are taken care of. Okay, so this has to do with your purpose. I think you're trying to figure out, like, what is my purpose? But your purpose is to your soul purpose in life is to be light and to be love. And you'll see this flower right here in the middle, and then you see the same rose, and that flower is even yellow. The ripple effect. Okay, Spirit. All right, let me mix these up a little bit more here. Again. Come out from hiding. Embrace who you really are. Oh my goodness. And you know what's funny? Because it comes right out under vulnerability. And pearls are another thing for me for orbs, alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. Oh, Spirit. Because look at this, because and it comes right out under soul cage here. Oh my goodness. All right. What else do you want here? Okay, they want me to bring out one of these cards here. And this is called Awaken Your Intuition here. So let's see here. Oh, Spirit. You could be seeing a lot of spirals, a lot of hearts, a lot of roses, yellow roses even. You have the seal here, and seals are about joy, and because they're considered like the dogs of the ocean. Factor in divine timing. Oh my goodness, number 62 again. It could, or an 8. Okay. So they brought up the 8 a couple times. So it's like what goes around comes around. So if you're giving out this light and love, then that's going to come back to you, right? But it all has to start with that solar chakra. Spirit may sometimes bring a person, opportunity, resource, or experience into your life before you feel ready, or something can take much longer to appear than you prefer. Intuit, where timing now is more than a frustrating delay or com- complicated early arrival. Divine timing ultimately benefits you. Okay, and they're splitting it here. So let me see what they want. Minimize energy drains. Oh, okay, because at the beginning of my pre-download, it was saying feelings of being drained. So it's number 49, and then you have 39 and then 49. Hmm. And then this could be be a 12, and this could be like a 13. So, and then you have this, they're repeating the numbers a lot here. So you could be getting a lot of numbers showing up in your day to day. Okay. So who, what, or where drains your physical and psychic energy? Is there a person, a commitment, a bad habit, food, place, thought pattern, or internal attitude that defeats or depletes you? Ask your intuition to identify drains in your life through words, pictures, feelings, and knowings, or via synchronicity. Support your adrenals. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier, how they make me laugh because everything I say, they just pull out the cards to just reconfirm it, right? So this is what I was saying earlier, how if you're not dealing with the emotions in your solar chakra, if you're not dealing with those old traumas, they're going to keep coming back to you until they're cleared up. Now, sometimes you're going to go through big purgings of it, and then other times your purification of those that's taking place is just small little. Do you know what I mean? They're only going to bring it to you when they know you're ready to help clear whatever they want you to clear. But um, you know, see, the thing is with your solar chakra, if it's really unbalanced, you'll end up with like making poor choices. You'll end up with feeling like low self-esteem and not having that confidence, and seeing this is why they're trying to clear it up to bring that to you. Recognize signs and synchronicities. No joke, spirit. Number 9. Look at that, because they had me split it they had me split it here on the divine timing, and then they took it, minimize your energy drains, and now here we are, recognize the signs, and that the energy drains, we're just talking about the synchronicities as I was with the numbers, you know what I mean? So some coincidences are random and others are full of meaning. If you dream of someone and then run into them by chance, read a slogan on a billboard that's like an answer to a prayer, or a friend recommends a book on a subject you've been privately pondering, consider it a sign. Okay, so you are receiving signs. So everything that's going on right now, it's literally all about clearing up those, and this is not for just you, it's for everyone. I mean, the whole world is going through this. A lot of them are doing it like through kicking and screaming, honestly. But they're using the water, and I'm not sure quite how they're using the water. I don't know if they're bringing some kind of frequency into the water, or they're using the water as a way to cleanse you somehow. I'm not really sure what they're doing here. So they want me to read one of these cards, but I'm not sure which one they want me to read. This one. Okay, hold on. I just got to get the energy. Okay. All right. So they want this one, but I think they want me to read this one too. So let me get this book. Okay, what do you want them to know in this healing thing here? Healing number 6. Here we go. Fearlessness. Okay. Fear disrupts your natural hormonal balance, your sleep rhythms, your emotional state, your peace of mind. Examine. Oh, I just want to show you this. So, healing. Okay. Fear disrupts your natural hormonal balance, your sleep rhythms, your emotional state, and your peace of mind. Examine what you believe that is leading you to experience fear. Look into all of it, all of your shadows, and face what's causing you to be afraid. And I even said that in the beginning of my pre-download. It spoke about your shadow work, that's what you were doing. Okay. There is truly nothing to fear because you are a divine light connected to the universe, where all support is available for any experience you may have. Fear lives only in the mind and is increased by continual negative thinking. Safety is always found within your heart. Oh my God, look at that. And it comes right out under that. I swear, spirit, they freak me out so bad. Okay, so advanced use. So the universal energy 6 is called flow. Oh my goodness, and they even brought the thing overflow here. Okay, remember that you have the power within you to flow around circumstances and challenges that may frighten you, to heal, flow towards love rather than fear. Yeah, because they were bringing, I mean, look at all the hearts here. I mean, this is hearts, that's hearts. Wow. Spirit. Okay, so they're telling me to go to the advanced thing here. Number 6. You have the power to flow over, around, or through any obstacles. That's what I was just saying about this water card. That it's pouring through you, around you, over you. It's coming out of you. Okay, that was weird. That was freaking me out. Okay, so purpose, experience. What is this? Oh my God, I just opened the book to that. It's freaking me out too. I mean, spirit is like blowing me away. I think they're going to have me do another reading after this. Okay, you are here on the planet to have experiences in order to grow. And I said that in the very beginning. Each experience has purpose and value for your evolution. It is how you respond to each experience rather than reacting. That helps each experience benefit your growth and evolution. And I did speak about that emotional balance. Like, you have the right to be upset. You have the right to go through all these like anger and stuff, but you have to make sure that you're not staying in that shadow energy too long. Like, go in there, dip your toes in, get angry, have a little cry, whatever you have to do, go to the gym, punch those, punching bags, whatever they're called, release all that, and then bring yourself back to an emotional balance, or walk or run or swim or whatever you need to do, have a bath, whatever helps you to do that. And that's exactly what this card is talking about. Okay, so, you are here to raise your vibration, and as the energies continue to shift, you will be called into service, and there will be specific tasks for you to do. You will have much more courage and strength to be able to do those tasks if you do your personal inner work now without any fear or hesitation of not being able to succeed or to make a difference. All experiences enhance and enrich your learning and your life. Spirit. So the advanced use here of the universal energy, number 2, duality. Move away from categorizing each experience as good or bad. They are all here to help you grow. So that's why I feel like some of you might be stuck in your emotional, but some of you are like, you're able. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that, because I don't know who's stuck or what's going on, but we all go through this. We all get stuck in our emotions, depending on how painful and strong the trauma is. Okay, so the additional meaning here for duality is recognize that there are always two perspectives and seek to harmonize them. Just like I was saying in my pre-download about having a wider view, a broader view at your problems. And, because that's what they've been encouraging you to do, to just look at all that. So it helps you remove these limitations because, like the person that has hurt you, like, how that saying goes, hurt people, something like that. Okay, so is there anything else, Spirit? They said, no, that's all they wanted to say today. So with that, I'm just going to send you love and light and bid you a good day. And I hope this video finds you well.